What's up, family? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Samantha Lee. We are here for a show tonight. I will not be on. I try not to go on too long. I know the NBA Cup is tonight, and I know some of y'all are going to be watching. So I will be letting you guys off a little early. I want to thank everybody that supported me or has been supportive of me. Yesterday, I normally go live on this way. Let me make sure I put the do not disturb on. Focus. There we go. That were supportive of me yesterday. For those who don't know, we lost. I lost my puppy. Some of you guys that are familiar or have seen me on YouTube in the last 3 months, you've seen me with Sparkle, and unfortunately, Sparkle passed yesterday. So I appreciate everybody that was supportive um, and I sent their well wishes because I am so a little raw emotionally. I will not do this the whole night. I will just wanted to put that out there to thank everybody um, that supports my channel and supports me. Um, and I still decided to show up today. Thank you. Um, was very tough um, and unexpected. So thank you. All right. Back to the point. So tonight, I saw a video on Instagram where Cardi B was speaking about, I guess, what men. Um, is there an echo? There's an echo. I don't know how. Oh, you know what? Is that better? Is that better, y'all? Can y'all hear me now? I had a. It was connecting to my. I apologize. It was connecting to my ear pods. Do I need to start all over again? Do I need to start all over again, y'all? Okay, so okay, so what I'm gonna do is do I need to start all over again? No? Okay. Yeah. I don't want to go through that all over again. I didn't know if you guys could hear me. Um we could hear you. We heard you just sounded bad. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So tonight's conversation is about somebody sent me a post that was on a website where they were talking about something Cardi B has said, right? And I'm actually gonna try to Google what she said. Um, Apologize, y'all. I've been a little bit all over the place, but I'm gonna Google what she said exactly so that so I can discuss it here with you guys. And again, I'm gonna be mindful of time. So for those who have not yet, please like and subscribe. Please like the video. Please like the video. Please like the video. I also want to put you guys on game. I will be going live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's live is about 10 things. Pam, what's the title of your last night's live? Tomorrow's live? I'm sorry, y'all. My mind is not where it needs to be. Give me grace, okay? Give me grace. It's like 10 things. Tell me what tomorrow's live is. But tonight is about it's Cardi B. Cardi B situation. So let me see if somewhere tells me. Okay. So I'm gonna see what she says here. Okay, here we go. So she says this, and I quote. She says, and y'all, again, this is Cardi B's statement. I am just reiterating the statement, and I'm going to give you what I think about it. Okay. So Cardi B statement. Let's get the likes up. If you guys like the channel, like what you see, like the stuff I put out there, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Cash App, it will be somewhere in the chat. I won't pin that, but Cash App's in the chat. And you could do super stickers. So those are the ways to donate. Again, I'm trying to be mindful of time, so I'm not going to get into that. But yes, we're going to get into it. So Cardi B. Cardi B said that overarching statement, or the thing that I saw was, men prefer average women or 7/8 over 10s because they're more submissive. And so I'm going to read the statement and I'm going to weigh in because this went viral, went absolutely viral. I have a perspective, so your girl's going to get into it. Okay, so this is what Cardi said. She said these B words don't have nothing. That don't have nothing, they tolerate everything. She said these B words that don't have nothing tolerate everything. She said if a man do some F stuff, the next day the B word is going to answer the phone. She said, if you do some F stuff to me, I'm putting you on effing yellow. She said, you on this is where you at on ice. She said that she upped the ante by saying that a wealthy guy with a lot of money, I know a guy, a rich dude. He literally told me to hit my face, I'd rather deal with a 7 and an 8 than a 10. Cardi added that women who are in 10s are willing to settle. Same. They just don't feel like they gotta compete. Like one little thing and they're off. They just gotta feel like they're already picking. According to Cardi, women who rank as 10s on this mythical scale of attractiveness refuse to play along, which some men find intimidating. She said these 10s are not trying to compete. They're just trying to get picked. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's how men are thinking these days. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. When I'm listening or reading this situation, I'm gonna try to boil it down to what she's saying that a lot of men are preferring to date, even high net worth men are trying to date 7 and 8s, because 10s attitudes, to her point, are unwilling to deal with certain things. That if a woman feels like a 10, there's going to be certain things she does or does not put up with. And this man is preferring to be with women who would put up with it. So because of that, they're dating down to get women that are more tolerating of BS. That's what it says. That's what it says. I just broke down in my own words. That's what it says. Okay. And on some level, do I think it is true? And I have actually done videos on this, that men tend to go for women that are more research shows more average looking women versus more attractive women. Yes, that is research based. Do I think that guys that have high net worths end up dealing with women that aren't necessarily what you would expect? Yes, I believe that that is true. But I don't necessarily take that it's because these women just deal with everything. I think that they just happen to have, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. I've been around women that are more attractive than most. Okay, so we gonna say like nines and tens. I don't think anyone's like a perfect 10. 10 is subjective. What one man thinks is perfect is not what another man thinks is perfect. So I don't think anybody's a 10. I think we're all in the highest you can get is like a 9.9, 9.8, whatever that may be. I don't think there's 10 is perfect. And like I said, nobody's perfect. But anyway, I digress. So when you're talking about these between 9 and 10 range, I think that when you're around women like that, and I've been around women that I would say are nines, in high nines and whatever, a lot of them are not pleasant to be around. They're not the most pleasant people to be around. They don't have the greatest personalities. They're not they're in their phone, they're taking pictures. They're not the greatest people to be around. Okay, and I'm saying this with all honesty. I'm not gonna BS y'all. I'm not gonna come on here and do that because that's not what I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right. So to me, I think a lot of guys, why do they prefer maybe less attractive women? Because maybe lesser attractive women are not so full of themselves. Lesser attractive women are going to be better in relationships. They're going to be more pleasing to be around. They're going to have more to talk about. They may be deeper. They may have better personalities. That is this stereotype of lesser attractive or quote unquote more average women. Now, to me, 7 and 8s are not average. Average is what? 1 plus 10, right? We did this in school. We add all the numbers up and then we divide it by the amount of numbers that are there. The average number is 5, right? So that's average. So we're talking about an average woman that's a 5, okay? Anything up 7 and 8 is better than 5. That's like cute and pretty, in my opinion. Okay, that's just what I'm saying. You talking about cute and pretty women versus beautiful and gorgeous women. That's how I rate them, y'all. That's how I do it. It's decent, good, I think average women, I hate this whole average. It just sounds terrible, but it is what it is, right? We're here. We're already here. We're in the water. Let's keep swimming. Let's get these likes up, y'all. It was 188 people in here. There's 44 likes. Let's get these likes up. Like I said, I'm only going to be on here for 30 minutes because I'm going to respect the fact that the NBA Cup, if y'all watch any basketball, NBA Cup is on at 8:30. I don't want y'all to miss that on my account. So, again, let's get these likes up, y'all. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So my thing is, do some men date lesser attractive women because they put up with more stuff? I think it's more personality, because you can have the baddest women or the women that have the most stuff. I've met a lot of women. They got everything, and they keep taking their raggedy man back. Okay, I'm just being honest. They can have a lot. They could be gorgeous women, but they take a lot from their man. I don't think it's about outside appearance. I think it's about what's on the inside. I think if you can be the most attractive woman. What did Kanye say? Kanye said, the most beautiful people do the ugliest things on the road to riches and diamond rings. I believe that. I believe that as the more beautiful you are, it really does depend on what's on the inside of you, what you are willing to take and what you're not willing to take. Okay. And so a lot of times when you don't have a low, or you have a low view of yourself, you will take more things. You could be the baddest thing walking, but if you don't have a high view of self, that determines how and what you decide to take in relationships, right? So to me, I don't think that it's fair. I don't think that it's fair to anybody that we say, oh, it's because they take a lot of stuff. I think some men, honestly, if we're being very real, it really just I think some men are like, no, I'm going for the, especially I would assume a higher net worth individual. If he's like, I've got this and I've built this for myself, I'm gonna find the unicorn. I'm finding the daggone needle in the haystack. Now, some men may not try to find the needle in the haystack. They may settle with the woman that's average. Now, but other men are like, no, I don't work too hard. I'm finding the unicorn. I want the girl who looks a certain way, has a great personality, is intelligent, all the other things that matter to that man, because everything matters differently to that man. Some men want somebody who can cook. Some men want somebody who can clean. Some men want them a freak. Some men want them a fitness model. Some men everybody want different things. Okay, so whatever is a 10 to that man and whatever is the unicorns to him, that is what he's looking for. So to me personally, I think that a lot of times, why are they not touching women that are 10s? Well, unfortunately, women that are 10s have a bad reputation. Women that are 10s, or what the society deems as 10s or 9s and 10s, because again, I don't believe in a 10. I believe no one is perfect. But 9s and 10s, they have a bad reputation. People look at them in a negative light. They have a negative stereotype. What's the stereotype, Sam? Stereotype is that their personalities are not that great. Stereotypes is that they're really good to look at, and they might be a decent time to sleep with. But otherwise than that, they're not good for relationships. What's the stereotype, Sam? That they done talk to everybody. They done been with everybody. Because they can get everybody. And because they may not, in our society, have the discipline to say no to certain things and have certain boundaries. Therefore and wherefore, you have the issue that men may not trust a 9 or a 10, because they might have heard that 10 or 9 or whatever we want to call them was out here with multiple people that they know closely. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why I'm saying that in this instance, when we're talking about people, when we're talking about certain people and we're talking about certain things, all right, y'all, I don't really understand why. Hold on, let me remove. No, I want to, yeah. Okay. When we're talking about certain people and we're talking about certain things, we are talking about, everybody has a different preference, right? Everybody views things differently. Everybody values things differently. That's just what it is. Somebody's asking in the chat, just so everybody's clear as to why I'm wearing these heart eye glasses. I have been crying a lot these last 2 days. My eyes are swollen from crying so much. I lost my puppy yesterday. It's very traumatic for me. So I'm wearing these hard eyes because my eyes have been swollen and they're kind of sensitive to the light that I use for this particular live. So I put these on because of the fact that I have been crying a little bit more than I would like to admit. And the light is literally, you know, to do the lives and different things like that, you have a light, and that light is hard on my eyes. And so I'm wearing these sunglasses to protect my eyes, but still be able to do the things that I'm doing here with you guys. So that's why I'm wearing these sunglasses, for those who do not understand. Yes, I lost my puppy. It was sudden. It was not expected. It was not like an accident or anything like that. You know, if we're being very honest, I woke up on a Monday morning and she had her first seizure. And she just kept seizing. I took her to she had her first seizure with me. I took her to the vet, and she continued to have seizures. And no matter what medication they gave her, it would not stop them. And so I dropped her off at 7:30 at the vet, and by 3 p.m. she had passed away. So that is why my puppy is no longer with me. Just random. We don't know why. I mean, it could be a toxin that she ate. It could be something that happened with her, what they call congenial, which is something that could have happened from biology, her genetics, how she was bred. But yeah, so she just unfortunately she could not handle. I mean, she was at one point having seizures every 5 minutes. So she was only like maybe 2.5 pounds, so she could not handle. Her little body could not handle what was going on. So she passed on. But she was an incredible puppy, and I miss her. Okay, back to my point. Back to my point. So, when we're talking about different people, we're talking about Cardi B and this entire her perspective. I understood her perspective. I understood where she was coming from, because I understood that especially to certain people, that can make them feel like and let me, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me make sure I'm saying thank you to everybody that is giving. Nikolai, I see you. Thank you so much for the chats. I think you've given me a couple others. I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me, supporting the channel. I will be going live again tomorrow night. We'll be talking about, I think it's like 10 things women don't know about men. It's like 10. It's 10. Pam, can you tell me? It's like 10 things. I forgot. Just that quick. Y'all forgive me. My brain will be better every day. My brain will be better. It'll be better. Oh, somebody said it's a trait of small dogs. I think so. I think it might be. I think it might be. So anyway, the topic for Wednesday's live is 10 dating tests women use without men even knowing. So tomorrow, if you guys are here, it is 10 dating tests women use with men without men even knowing. So that is tomorrow's live. Okay, back to what I was saying. So when it comes down to it, I think that the appearance is men, like, we want to make less attractive women are not as strong. And I don't like that persona. I don't like that mentality. That is not the case. I think a lot of men, when we're talking about relationships, and I'm just going to keep it real, a lot of men choose, this is what I've observed. I don't know this to be fact, but what I've observed is that men are not, when they go into long-term relationships with women, or they're choosing partners like girlfriend or like long-term situations, they're looking for women from a logical standpoint. They're not going with their hearts and their feelings. I would, and I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying a lot of men, I believe, are more likely to choose from a place of logic. Like, okay, if I'm going to settle down with this person and have children with this person, they're going to have certain characteristics. That's what I believe. So because of that, somebody said it's the smart man. Very good. Very good. And somebody said, as a man, that's a fact. That's a fact. Right. Okay. So again, I think that they're more logical. They're looking at it like, okay, will this person be a good mother? I think when Kevin Samuels was huge and was big and everything like that, Kevin Samuels was very big on certain things. What were some certain things? He said attractive. He said caring, considerate. He said nurturing. He said pleasant. I'm missing some, but he talked about different characteristics that made up what would be a good wife and mother. Not what she looks like. That's more of a modern concept that men have like really tapped into. He was more about, yes, attractiveness. Obviously, the more attractive the woman is, okay, there's going to be more men that want her. That's just men are more visual. However, when we talk about settling down in relationships, men are looking for certain characteristics in that woman. More so, we're talking about settling down. Some of y'all are really stuck on what are they going after to date. That's different than what I'm going to be in a real relationship. Who am I really going to take seriously? Okay, that's different. And when they're talking about taking somebody seriously, and I'm not saying because men taking someone seriously, they could be dating a woman and be in a whole relationship but not take her seriously. I've known men that be in relationships with women and they still telling me about other women that they dealing with that they really do take seriously, while they're still dating a woman that they don't take seriously and they've been dating her for years. Okay? Men have that ability to say, I like you for the moment. You're a great time, you meet certain needs, but you're not my wife, or you're not the woman I want to be with for a long time. You're a really good time, but you're not a long time. And I'm clear. And a lot of times, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all can correct me in the chat. A lot of men already know what they can see as being the woman that would be good for a longer time. They can be in the situation with the woman that's, I'm not ready for her yet, but I see her. I'm in, we around, and when I'm ready to really try to, because I don't know if I'm ready to really just cash in all my chips at the casino. But when I am, I'm going over. I'm going right over there. I already know. I know what time it is. I know who it is. I know where it's at. Man, that's how I feel. And so I think a lot of women, what we misinterpret is what men, we're like, oh, well, men are going after these women. Yes, they going after these women, and they may date these women, and there may be, they may be whatever. But I feel like certain men, if they're wise, if they have some wisdom, they're going to look for other characteristics that mean more than what you look like. So yes, you may be talking about a 10 in appearance, but what is she like as a mother? Okay, yes, you might be talking about 10 in appearance, but what is she like as a person? Yes, you're talking about 10 in looks, but what is she like? What kind of moral compass does she live by? Is she intelligent? Can she articulate herself well? Can she complete a sentence? Can I take her into different environments and I know she won't embarrass me? These are different things. That is the responsibilities of someone that I'm taking seriously versus somebody that I'm just taking for right now and for as long as I want to do this. Okay? That is the difference. And I think wise men understand the difference, right? Not every man, wise men. Younger men may need a little bit more coaching. Older men they already know the game. They know what time it is, right? They know the difference between X, Y, and the Z. All right? And so for me personally, when she's saying this, I think she's coming from a place, obviously Cardi has her relations out there. I don't know her, and this is not that type of party. I'm not here to talk about somebody else's business. I know what it's like for somebody to be talking about business that they know nothing about. That is not my platform, and is not going to be my platform. What I'm going to talk about is what she said. I'm not going to talk about anything else because I don't, again, things can be taken out of context. I've been there, done that, can write several books about it. What I am referring to is from what I see on the outside looking in, she's obviously gone through a lot. And with that, there are going to be certain people you attract at certain points in your life. And I'm just going to be real about that. That's just something that we all have to understand. You attract, people say you attract what you are. I don't believe that. I believe you. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. You don't attract what you are, or no, you aren't who you attract. You are who you entertain. You are who you entertain. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to a place, like, in the moment, I was just thinking about something related to sparkle, just in my head as I was formulating that sentence, and I apologize. So that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. It's just the emotion just kind of comes in and out, and yeah. So anyway, back to my point. So I think that when we're hurting and we're going through things, we attract certain people, or we entertain certain people because of where our mindset is at that time, right? And so I think that, some of these conversations like, oh, this guy wants this girl because she's more submissive. On some level, okay, yeah, but that's a quality to me. Let's just be real. If I'm a wife, or if I want to be somebody's wife, I want to play follow the leader with my man. I'm just being honest with y'all. Let's keep it real tonight. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it very plain. Let's hit the like button, please. I want to get the 200 likes before the end of this daggone live. We want to get these likes up. I want to play follow the leader with my man. I want to be able to follow my man down the yellow brick road, under the bridge and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. I want to be able to do that with my man. That's the type of man I'm going to choose, right? And so if I'm choosing that type of man, that's because I want to be led by him. That's because I want to be a submissive partner. That's what I desire. I desire to be a submissive partner. I'm big about that Bible. I believe in order. I believe man submitted to God, woman submits to husband. That's what I believe. That's not everybody's belief system. That's not what everybody thinks about. That's fine. To me, I personally desire to be with somebody that I can be led by. That's divine order. That's what I believe. It is what it is. And people may not like it. They may think I'm getting in the chat, you're brainwashed, this and the third. Y'all can come at me about my spirituality and my spiritual beliefs, Christianity every day if you want to. I am not changing my belief system. I love Jesus. I follow God. Y'all can attack me all night, all day. God gave me this platform. God gave me everything that I got that I'm sitting on right now. I will undeniably and unapologetically talk about Jesus on this daggone platform. So if you don't like it, you can leave. Don't come on here and try to get upset with me because I love Jesus. Okay, what else? You got something better than that? Because that's not gonna stop Sam's show. Sam is gonna keep saying Jesus is Lord. Sam is gonna keep saying that I believe in divine order. Sam is gonna keep saying that I'm very much going to follow the order in which that is divinely set in the Bible. So that is what I believe. And so I believe that just based upon, back to my point, based upon certain women's characteristics, not so much appearance, but characteristics, I think that yes, men are going to choose women that are going to be better, I would hope, better wives, depending on what that man values. Some men don't value certain characteristics. Some men don't care about a woman being submissive. Some men do. Some men don't care if a woman has a higher body count. Some men do. Some men don't care if a woman isn't intelligent. Some men do. Everybody wants something different. I don't really like this cookie cutter thing that we talk about on the internet. Like everybody wants this. Everybody wants a fit, thin woman. No, everybody wants a thick, curvy woman. Everybody wants different things. There's some men that really want some really like, they like bigger women that they love, and they love the curves and they love every inch of her body. And then there's men that like skinny women. Everybody likes something different. Some men like blonde women. Some men like brown hair women. When I was growing up, I couldn't fathom a man, even though I'm mixed with white. My daddy is white. I never thought a white man would ever look at me twice in daylight. I just never thought it would happen. That's how I was raised. It's the environment I was raised in. But that wasn't true. It was just certain men aren't going to be attracted to me, just like I'm not going to be attracted to certain men. It comes down to everybody being different. But if we're talking about why men choose certain women, it's because of the characteristics that matter most to that man. Yes, men tend to settle, quote unquote, settle with women that we may not think they would settle with. However, that woman must bring characteristics to the table that matter most to that man. Not because she's submissive. That might not matter to most men. I think a lot of men do care about submission. I think a lot of men do want to feel like the man in their relationship. They don't want to feel like they're competing with their partner. So I do believe in some instance that is true. However, I think that when we say, because one guy said he's super rich and he decides to be in a relationship with 7s and 8s because they're better in relationships, or they're more submissive, or no, she didn't say submissive. She said they're doormats. She was basically alluding to 7 and 8s are doormats, whereas 8, 9s, and 10s are basically holding men and holding men accountable, and are, won't take too much, and won't take too much. They're not doormats. They're gonna leave at the first sign of a problem, and that's not true either. How many women do we know that are 8, 9s, and 10s, super attractive women that are dealing with craziness in their relationships? And then again, what is an 8, 9, and 10 today? Again, I think that we can all determine what everybody can see is in that group. What you might decide, this person's a 9, and somebody might think that she's a 10, or somebody's an 8 and somebody thinks she's a 9. That 8, 9, and 10 group, you kind of have a general consensus of who that is, right? However, when we're talking about long-term relationships, what we have to understand is that it's much more than just, oh, I want a woman to listen to me, or I want a woman to put up with my stuff. That might be a part of it, but that's not all of it. That's not all of it. Some men value a doormat. Some men value, they want to be with somebody who's less attractive, who's just going to take all their stuff. That might be something that they value, but that's based upon that man's value system. I think most men, when they're looking for long-term relationships, and I feel like higher net worth men, in my opinion, from wherever they're sitting in their lives, I think it depends on what they want. But you got more options. You could say, hey, I'm looking for the unicorn. I want the bad female, the 8, 9, and 10, who's smart, who's articulate, who I can take into any environment. She don't embarrass me, who is spiritual, if that's what matters to me, if she's in shape, if she values, she's disciplined, is she this? I want all of that. I'm looking for the unicorn. I'm not settling for anything less than that, because I have that many options. I can say that. And that might be hard to find, for sure. I'm not saying that it's not, because to find somebody with a good personality and attractive, even as a female, sometimes it's very challenging to find somebody that has all the characteristics that I desire. And I say the same thing for men. You might find there's a lot of women there, but there's not a lot of quality. Just like there's a lot of men, but there's not a lot of quality. Those things are rare, and they're meant to be rare, right? They're meant to be rare. They're not everybody's supposed to be everything. It's just not. Somebody said my glasses are dirty. You're probably right. You're probably right. My glasses probably are dirty. Sorry. My bad. Back to what I was doing. My bad. No, I don't. I'm not saying, y'all, I didn't wear the sunglasses because I look bad. I'm wearing the sunglasses because I've been crying and my eyes are sensitive. And if I do cry, I don't want y'all to see my eyes watering up randomly like that. I don't want to throw y'all off. I know my mental state right now. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to protect. That's why I'm doing this, y'all. That's why I'm doing this. I'll be back on tomorrow night. I'll be back on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure I'll be better emotionally tomorrow. So again, you guys, I hope I made my point clear. I think that ultimately, I don't want to belabor the point. I don't want to like beat it over the head. But to me, I felt like when we're having this conversation, yes, some men do desire a woman who is more submissive, and that's not a negative thing. I don't think she was saying, I think they made it submissive. They should have put doormat. That's what she was saying. She wasn't downplaying women for being submissive. She was downplaying women for being, like certain women for being a doormat, just allowing men to do whatever they want and they take them back. And I think that women that have a lower view of themselves or don't care as much, right? Like, some people just they don't understand. Some women are like, you know what? I'm cool with my man doing whatever he doing as long as he's taking care of home and he not embarrassing me. I don't care what he does. I don't care how he moves in these streets. I don't care who he talk to. If he don't make me look bad and he take care of home, I don't care what he got going on. You might, from the outside looking in, may see her as a doormat, but she understands her position in this circle and has decided that, you know what, I'm good with it. I know who my man is. I'm gonna let him do him. Some women have come to that conclusion on their own. Who am I to say that's a doormat? That's a woman who made a calculated decision. Now, some women are, unfortunately, hate to term it, doormats, where they're just allowing men. They keep, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. You're cheating on me again. And then you're cheating on me again. And we're cheating on me again. Man, I've been cheating on you every year for the last 20 years. And we're complaining about it. We're doing a big to-do about it. And then we get back. You might as well just be quiet, stay in the relationship, and not cause as much of a disruption if you're ultimately just going to stay. That's how I look at it. There should be more likes in the chat. Thank you. I want to get up to 200 likes, especially before the end. We got 4 more minutes left on this live. Let's get to 200 likes, y'all. But yes, I think for me personally, we just have to understand that everybody wants different things in relationships, right? Everybody's attracted to different things. I think that when we're talking about somebody being a doormat, that's more about, are they really a doormat, or are they just okay with the situation? Some women are not doormats. Some women you think are doormats, but they're making calculated decisions, as I just said. Some women are doormats, and they're just taking the man back because they don't feel like they can do better. So they just get mad at him. They go through the rigmarole of, I'm going to come at you. I'm going to be mad at you. I'm going to tell you I'm leaving you, and I never leave. I get mad at you for the same thing. I tell you I'm going to leave. I never actually leave. That's more, to me, the doormat cycle, where I'm not okay with what's happening. I haven't made peace with it. However, I'm not going anywhere because I don't feel like there's anywhere better for me to go. That, to me, is more doormat, because you're staying in a situation that you feel like you can't deal with. So because of these things, or because of these different reasons why people stay in relationships, we cannot have cookie cutter discussions about why people choose what, because everybody chooses different things for different reasons. Let's get these likes up. It's 180. So when I saw that, I wanted to specifically speak on it because I've talked about it a number of times on the channel. Yes, men are choosing more average women. Why? Because the women that you might consider to be more average looking are bringing something else to the table that not average women aren't. Or above average women aren't. I'm sorry, y'all. There's a lot of women out here that come out here because they look good and because people are saying, boosting their heads up or whatever. They don't feel like they have to do anything else. They don't have to bring anything else to the table. And I feel like that is a mistake. When I was growing up, you guys, I grew up, my mother is from South America, Ecuador. She's mixed, Black and Hispanic, but she was born in Ecuador. So I'm first generation American on her side. And in that culture, in Hispanic culture, a woman's worth is really contingent mostly on her appearance. In the culture I was raised in. That's not everybody's culture. That's the culture I was raised in. Your appearance and domestic. Can you cook? Can you clean? Do you look good? Those are 3 things. You ain't got to be sane. You don't have to have a good personality. Can you cook? Do you look good? Can you clean? 3 things you got to be able to do in that world. And basically breeding up a woman like myself, you have to be proficient in these things to have a quality man. Now, in different cultures, it's very different. Everybody's got different things that they value and what they think is good, right? I think that in today's culture in America, women think that, we get a couple surgeries, we look good, we're bad. Now we can get any man that we want, we can keep him. I don't agree with that, because a lot of women are not working on character. A lot of women are not working on having a good personality, being pleasant. Just that simple, just being pleasant. Just be fun to be around. Like, be a breath of fresh air. Like, just that simple of a task is not there. It's like, because, you know, when you're on this hamster wheel of only valuing or being valued for your appearance, that's all you're investing in. That's all you're putting your time and your energy into. And therefore, you don't have the capacity to become better in other areas like personality or character. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important that we are well-rounded, which is why I have my platform to begin with. I think it's very important for a woman to be able to be beautiful and to be articulate and to be smart and to be accomplished and to work hard and to be disciplined. I do these things for those reasons. I want my daughter to have a good example. I don't want her to look at my platform and I have to preference everything that she sees because it might be inappropriate for her to see. I never wanted to develop anything that I couldn't be proud of, or my mother or my daughter could be proud of. That was always on my mind. So again, you guys, we have to understand, look, I think that when it comes down to this particular statement, I do not think Cardi is wrong. I don't think she's like completely off base. I do think that some men choose I think they choose certain women that may not be 10s because of other aspects of their personality and character. They make them better wives or make them better mothers and make them better partners based upon what they value. I do agree with that. I think that happens more often than not. The men are not wifing up the baddest of the bad because even though these women may be drop dead gorgeous, their personalities are not there. The maybe other aspects that this man values isn't there, or most men value that aren't there. So before we get off this live, let's talk about some things that you feel like men look for. And y'all are mostly men. I have mostly men that follow my channel. What characteristics do men value in women that women should work more in to be a better partner? I want to hear from you guys. So go ahead, drop in the chat certain characteristics that, as Cardi's discussing this statement, and the last question I'm going to end with is if you thought she was telling the truth. I want to know from you guys, what do you think? What do you think makes women more appealing or a better all-around package for men? What are men choosing from? Honesty, agreeable, personality, genuine. Someone who's womanly, kindness, the fruits of the spirit, great personality, great personality, someone who can dance and laugh, being honest, being trustworthy, being submissive and agreeable, feminine, polite, quiet, her self-esteem, God-fearing, lover of Jesus. Someone says, I don't like all that attention. I take 6s and belows. Okay, at least you know what you like. Charisma, personality, authentic, feminine, pleasantness while trying to be well kept, being down to earth, don't take things seriously, compassionate, confident, God-fearing, agreeable, friendly, respectful, great sense of humor, submissive and respectful, good bedroom cardio partner. She got to check all the boxes. Well, that's what the boxes I'm trying to ask. Not promiscuous, loyal, integrity, honesty, loyalty, accountable, personality, character, soft, fun, enthusiastic, reciprocity, God-fearing, family-oriented, and genuine. Very good. An understanding woman is from the Lord. Good mother traits. Wise, natural. Emotional regulation. Understanding and reasonable, beautiful and smart like you. A woman who could be my peace, good hygiene, if all boils down to self-esteem. I don't like women with a high up attitude. Okay. So these are some really good traits. And I appreciate you guys for listening to that, because I want to hear from men. I don't want to say what I've heard or what I've read or what I've studied. I want to hear from you guys. Go ahead, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. We got 6 more to get to 200, y'all. Let's get these likes up. But I want to ask the last question based upon this statement. I'm going to read this statement again. As I read the statement again, at the end of it, I want the people in the chat, mostly y'all are men. Is it true or false? Is what she's saying facts or not? So I'm going to read the statement again, and then we're going to do our final vote. I'm going to let you guys go for the evening. Again, I will be going back live again tomorrow night. It says, these B words don't have any. These B words, they don't have nothing. They have to tolerate everything. If a man do some F stuff, the next day this woman's going to answer the phone. If you do some bad thing, if you do bad things to me, I'm putting you on effing yellow N-word. She said, you on this is where you at, on ice. She said that she knows a rich guy, and he literally told her to his face that he would rather deal with a 7 and an 8 than a 10. He had that women, they don't feel like women who aren't 10s are willing to settle. They don't just feel like they got to compete like one little thing and they're off. They just got to feel like they're already picking. When 10s are not trying to compete, they're just trying to get picked. It's crazy how men are thinking these days. Do you think that that's true or false? Do you think that that's true or false? Crazy and false needs mental health. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. Don't do that, please. I agree, but I also disagree. Nah, fam. Lost. False. Everybody's different. False. Totally lost on that. Nah, man, this statement is implying it's a one-size-fits-all, and frankly, it's carnal. False. False. Mostly true. False. It was read too broken, so hard to follow from what I heard. False. False. Cool. Okay. One size fit all. She always speaking for a place of hurt. Sorry. Neutral. False. It's a little too toxic for me. I mean, essentially, y'all, the statement she's saying is that men are choosing women that are not as attractive because they're more willing to tolerate anything. And a woman that is more attractive is less willing to tolerate just anything, which I think on some level is true. I think that there's women, if they have a high sense of self, or yeah, high sense of self, they feel really good about themselves and they're very strong. I mean, really, really strong in who they think that they are. I don't think that they're going to tolerate as much as someone who has a lower self-esteem. Higher self-esteem, and I'm not talking about higher self-esteem like, oh, because they post pictures of themselves on social media. No. I mean higher self-esteem, like genuinely high self-esteem. They're not going to take on certain things that they shouldn't. You can tell how someone feels about themselves by what they tolerate in a relationship. I say that all the time. Somebody said a medium-looking woman will tolerate more. Case-by-case basis. I don't want no ugly chick. These dudes are lonely. True. But a woman with average looks wouldn't mind anything other than being in love regardless. Her looks are temporary. My money's forever. That's funny. Blind leading the blind. Okay. All right, y'all. So anyway, I think that overall we're seeing just a pattern of people saying that that's not entirely true, or it's not true at all. Huh. My camera froze, I think. Y'all, did my camera froze? Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. Anyway, guys, that's going to be my show for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I apologize. I don't know what happened. But I do feel like for general consensus, a lot of men didn't feel like that was true. They felt like there was not a one size fit all. And then we also listed in this live characteristics that are important. We talked about my perspective on this particular situation. I don't think that she's entirely wrong at all. I'm not saying that. And I'm sorry for the way it was read. You guys, the statement's like a bunch of curse words, and I'm not trying to get my channel banned. So I'm trying to say it in a way that's going to be good for the masses, to where my channel is not compromised in any way, shape, or form. So I try to say it the best way I could. I probably didn't say it well or the best, so I take that on myself. So I apologize. But I do appreciate you guys for joining me tonight and talking about this particular topic. That was really interesting, and it was a lot of dialogue on the internet about this. And I just wanted to give my perspective and hear from you guys as well. Tomorrow night we'll be going live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be talking about the 10 things women do in dating that men don't even realize. 10 tests women put men through in dating that men don't even realize. So I will be talking about that tonight. It's going to be a good conversation. Would love for you guys to come in. It's going to be about an hour long, just like tonight. So come on, join us, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have some fun. And yeah, I want you guys to have a great night. I hope all is well. Thank you guys for everybody that gave a super chat tonight. I'm trying to see them, but I can't see all of them. I don't know if there's a way for me to see all of them on here. No, I can't. But I want to thank everybody who gave tonight, whether you gave on the Cash App or whether you gave on the actual stream. I want to thank everybody that gave. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting me, supporting my channel, and rocking with me. Even right now where I'm not in my best form, not in my best headspace, but you guys are still here, showing up, supporting me. And I'm very, very grateful. I can't tell you how grateful I am for each and every one of you guys. Y'all see me through so many different seasons. I don't take any of that for granted. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. So again, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be going live and we'll be having that conversation. 10 tests women put men through without men even realizing it in dating. Okay? I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. I love y'all. Have a good night.